Saffronisation. A saffronization is an Indian political neologism used by critics and others to refer to the policies of right-wing Hindu nationalists that seek to recall and glorify ancient Hindu cultural history. On the other hand, Murli Manohar Joshi, a leading member of the Bharatiya Janata Party, said Saffronization means to go back to the holy traditions of India. Saffronization in textbooks. Political overtones to textbook revisions were noted in attempts made in 2001 by Bharatiya Janata Party at restructuring government bodies tasked with overseeing textbooks, though efforts were made to exert control over bodies such as the Indian Council of Historical Research, amongst others. The process was not exactly satisfactory from the BJP point of view, as noted in a report published by The Hindu. BJP made no secret of its intent to saffronize education, but it was noted that the party faced the problem of implementing its intent. One obstacle to revising textbooks was found, at the time then, in the large number of states which did not support BJP efforts to revise textbooks. However, it was noted that in those states which BJP was in power, such as Rajasthan, extensive changes in textbooks were carried out. After a rival political party, the Indian National Congress, came into power, efforts were undertaken in 2004 to reverse the saffronization of textbooks previously made by BJP. Supporters for the saffronization of Indian textbooks advocate for a version of history, for example, that argues that the Aryan race originated in India because, according to an official with the right-wing Hindu nationalist group, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, the North Pole was originally in India before it shifted to its present location. When the Hindustan Times reviewed the issue of saffronization of Indian textbooks in late 2014, it noted that right-wing efforts to impose this alternate recounting of history face some difficulty as it lacks credible historians to back its claims. One acknowledged epoch of Indian history particularly troublesome for historians is the medieval period, since there is no consensus about that era. History for that period is subjective and open to the influence of the textbook writer's sympathies and outlook. The choice of the textbook writer is more decisive than anything else, it was noted in the Hindu report. For example, when the medieval period of India is saffronized, it is described as a dark age of Islamic colonial rule which snuffed out the glories of the Hindu empire that preceded it. Another trap in the politicization of history relates to contention over the state of Jammu and Kashmir. By mid-2015, the Times of India reported that the National Council of Educational Research and Training, which is in charge of publishing textbooks, had participated in a meeting convened by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and during that meeting the issue of changing textbooks was discussed. An official from the ICHR complained that the theme of nationalism did not receive proper treatment in textbooks, setting the stage for possible textbook revisions. The state government of Rajasthan reportedly spent 37 crore rupees to reprint 36 textbooks used for classes 1 through 8 for the 2016-2017 academic session that will be based on an agenda that would promote Indian culture by including historical figures, such as Maharaja Suraj Mal, Hemu Kalani, and Govind Guru. The textbooks that had been approved up to the 2012-13 academic session were rendered obsolete under the rewriting of history, and those books were auctioned off. In total, 5 66 crore new textbooks were ordered, printed for an agenda that critics described was intent on supporting the saffronization of textbooks. Rajasthan Education Minister Vasudev Devnani denied the charge of saffronization, but educationists described his decision as the Hinduization of education that occurs when right-wing forces come to power. The state government of Karnataka has reportedly ordered new textbooks for the 2017-18 academic session in an effort that academicians and critics have described as a blatant attempt to saffronize textbooks.